I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them.
Lots of stuff are going on. So I wanted to talk to you guys, and we wanted to talk about this, because so we wanted to talk about this, and we wanted to get, we've been in this motion picture for a minute. We wanted to talk about sex trafficking because everybody's talking about it. This has been happening for a long time since Pinocchio came out. If you guys ever not watched Pinocchio, when the man with the red coat and the hat, then they were talking about Scramboli. They had a bag of gold from Scramboli when Scramboli bought Pinocchio. And the man said, hey, you make more money if you just ship the kids over here to Pleasure Island. So Pleasure Island is a place where they ship the kids, and that's where they do the trafficking. And then the cartoon, they turn them into donkeys in the film. And that means that they turn them into donkeys and nobody wouldn't know who they were because they can't talk and stuff like that. So the film gives you a very good picture that what's going on right now in sex trafficking. If you guys don't watch Pinocchio and you understand what's going on in the film, pay attention, man. Disney's been involved in this stuff for a long time as well. And Pinocchio has a very good example of sex trafficking boys, little boys. So on top of that, there's a lot of things going on. Joe Epstein, his island, Bikini Bottom, and then from SpongeBob's cartoon takes off from Bikini Bottom of Joe Epstein's island and sex trafficking, who was involved. Also, they also caught on to Tom Hanks that was involved in sex trafficking as well. And when we look at this and we look back, like, how could these people like this? But Tom Hanks and his wife, they don't have kids, as I heard. Tom Hanks has the coronavirus right now, as that's what they're saying. I don't really know. All I hear is the facts, and that's what we get. And so we dug onto this area, and they said that Tom Hanks on his Instagram had pictures of little girls' little shoes, of missing little girls that were missing, and dresses, and a lot of stuff taking place that a lot of people don't understand, because people are paying attention. People are paying attention to riots right now still, and they're paying attention to the riots, and they want to know what is going on with the riots. And that's when a lot of us were looking at riots are in the Bible, there was going to be a time where nations were going to fight against nations, and that is people were saying that it was going to be race that will fight against race, blacks against white, Spanish against white, white and black, blah, blah, back and forth, boom, 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 boom. Over here where we're at in Arizona, we don't have that issue with what's going on with New York City and what's going on with California right now, banning Christians from worshiping God. So I don't really know why they banned worshiping, in big crowds when they didn't ban riots in California as well. And that is very interesting to me. It's a very interesting topic when, there could be two sides, and people don't have a right to go to church and worship God, or not even have Bible studies inside their houses. That's very interesting to me in California. But the end times we're in the end times already as I speak, and God is preparing things. God is going to prepare Christians from Christians. God is going to separate Christians from other Christians. And as I noticed that God is going to separate the Christian anti-Christians and the wolf Christians from a Christian that serves him, and he knows who's serving him. God knows who the wolf is. He knows who the anti-Christian is, and he wants to separate them, and he's going to reveal who the wolf Christians are and the anti-Christians are. This is all taking place in the Bible, and it's been taking place for a long time, and a lot of people don't believe what's going on, and they don't believe what's going on. And a lot of people are making conspiracies about Bill Gates and about nanobots being injected into your bodies as a sign of the mark of the beast. But that's not the case. What's going to happen, you see, a lot of people get confused what's really going on with spiritual and non-spiritual, with the world and the spiritual world. You see, the Antichrist is already getting you guys ready because you guys are watching television and things. It's a spiritual thing. The mark is spiritual. It's a spiritual mark that you guys will receive it or you don't. It's not a computer chip that goes in your hand and that's the mark of the beast and you belong to the devil. No, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says the mark will be on the right hand or the forehead. And you have to take it acceptantly. You have to just receive it or you don't. And you get killed. It's either you take it or die. It's just no questions asked. Sorry guys. There's no computer chip that will be injected to you. Yes, there is a supercomputer in the world today, but it's not yet it's functioning already, because I also noticed that Audi, I own a 2002 Audi, but I noticed that Audi is going to be using the supercomputer in their vehicles, in their system. It's going to be smarter than Tesla. It's going to be smarter than Mercedes. Audi was getting ready for this moment with the supercomputer. And if you guys don't understand what's going on with the supercomputer is a computer that tracks you wherever you go, wherever you will be, anytime, any place. It has face recognition and it knows what you're doing, and that's all there is to it. It's gonna track you. See, they're getting ready for this stuff, man. It's already taking place. It's already happening. Arizona hasn't got hit yet because it's not Arizona's time yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is that Arizona will get hit in the future. Arizona will get its time in the prophecy. It just hasn't happened here yet. That's why we haven't got hit with a lot of stuff here in Arizona. Maybe just the coronavirus and people not staying home and listening, because a lot of people don't have obedience. They don't have self-direction where they're going. They don't have manners, and a lot of people, Arizona's it's a complicated place. I've been in Tucson since 2003, since I was 13 years old, and people just, that's what they do, man. They don't listen. They don't have that momentum to say, hey, I need to listen. They say to stay home, I need to listen. No, I don't listen. I don't need to listen to anybody. That's how they are here. They don't care what you say. They're gonna do it anyway. It's just Tucson, man. It's Arizona. Arizona people don't know how to stay home, even if they enforce a law. Now, if they really wanted to enforce a law, they can enforce a law and they could shut down the whole city. But the mayor here in Tucson, they don't want to do that. So, and a lot of companies, they're not even opening still. A lot of companies are just staying and they just want to do deliveries. I notice. That's how they are right now. Yep. So Joe Epstein, I was hearing things about him faking his death and a lot of stuff going on. And there's been a lot of stuff happening. Even if you guys, I'm going to show you guys some stuff and some photos down the road between California and Mexico, California. There's a train that goes through and then it hides through the border and then it gets to Mexico. And it's very interesting. Put it back. So this train goes from the U.S. border, it goes underneath the border, and it goes and connects to Mexico. I don't know how they haven't caught that right there, but they need to break through that train track and cut it off completely. Completely cut it off for good. You need to find out where that track goes and destroy it. Other than that, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of sex trafficking. People are talking about if you order a couch and a SKU number on a couch, they call it names of missing people. I was hearing about that as well. And we were listening about that and we were saying, I was like, huh? And I was like, okay, so there's couches where they would sell couches and call them women names, girls names, little girls names, women names, any age girl name. And that school number, you would put it in your computer and it would show, like they were saying, they would show girls in their bras and underwears. Sex trafficking. So we did a lot of research and looking that up and checking a lot of things out and getting to the bottom of what was really going on. So on top of that, we will move a little farther and we will figure out some other things. But stay tuned. We'll talk to you guys soon again. Don't forget to follow the shows and to keep up with us on our new YouTube channel coming soon. We will have already